Welcome, everybody. I am so happy and honored to be here today, and I'm going to try something a little bit different. I decided today I would show you some Tai Chi moves, give you a little bit of Tai Chi philosophy, some of the Tai Chi moves, and some of the things that we can incorporate into our practice. So I want to make sure that I'm live. I've never done this before, and actually it is. And the reason I am doing this on YouTube is because Instagram only saves videos for 24 hours, and I'm hoping that I can save them here a little bit more or a little bit longer. So I see people tuning in. That is good morning, Naomi Rivers, India Buckingham. Hello. I'm so glad that I did it right. I'm so glad I did it right. So I want to give you a little bit of Tai Chi philosophy. Maybe let's do some moves. And then I'll show you how to incorporate it into your practice. I apologize that I'm not an expert at this. I will tell you from the very beginning. This is for informational purposes only. I am not a Tai Chi master. I'm just a Tai Chi player. I was for practiced it every day for many, many, many years, and I've recently started picking it up again. And you never forget, it's like riding a bike. So let me tell you a little bit about the philosophy of Tai Chi. Tai Chi is approximately 5,000 years old. It's a martial arts, and it comes from China. And Tai Chi means supreme being, supreme principle, the way it encompasses everything, in the world. So the philosophy behind that is that in Tai Chi, everything is connected and everything is one. I'm going to show you here from my diagram, is that you cannot have one without the other. You cannot have the yang without the yin and vice versa. They each contain each other. It's the 80-20 rule. And so it strives for balance. And one of the things that, that I've learned throughout my years with Tai Chi is that I apologize. I didn't think very I didn't think very much of how I was going to set this up. But one of the principles of Tai Chi is that everything is about balance. If you go forward, then you're going to come back. If you turn right, you're going to eventually go left. If you inhale, then you're going to have to exhale. If you go up, then you must come down. And if you're hard in some areas, the balance needs to be soft. So it's constantly as an ebb and flow. And Tai Chi is not, here in America, we say yin and then slash yang. In China, it's yin yang because you cannot have one without the other. They're one and the same, they complement each other. So, with that in mind, I want to show you a few moves of Qigong. And Tai Chi tries to overcome hardness with softness. And, I apply that even in my classroom, actually. I'm very tough in some areas, but I'm also very compassionate with my students. And I do my best to apply Tai Chi in everything that I do. I remember my Sifu would tell us that, we apply Tai Chi to even opening a door. We use our whole body when we open our door. It's so good. Now they're proving how good it is for our well-being. Tai Chi is known as meditation in motion, and now they're calling it medication in motion because it is so good for you. It's got so many health benefits, everything from keeping your joints moving, lubricated. That's the reason the elderly can do it because it is so good for you. It keeps you moving, it keeps you lubricated, it keeps your mind and spirit. It's very much about the connection of mind and spirit, and especially during this time. It's so important for us to keep our peace and our center. Even though all this chaos is going on, we must stay within our center. And knowing that when we return, we're really going to do wonderful, especially for people that have been under stress. So I want to tell you that one of the things that we talk about in Tai Chi that's very important at the beginning is that your breathing must come from your dantian. This is your center. It also correlates with one of the chakras. So it's very important for you to take deep breaths, expand your lungs, and bring it all the way to your abdomen, and then exhale. When we're working, it's very important that we breathe correctly too. So that's the reason I incorporate it into my practice, and I'll show you a little bit more about that. Uh, in the form when we're standing, is, we want to think of the form as grounding. You want to stand strong with your root and soft with your upper body, because remember, there's a balance. My sifu also taught us that you would be able to figure out what the next move was in Tai Chi, because you would, if you apply the principle, if you go forward, then you got to come back. If you go up, then you got to come back down. If you turn right, then you got to go left. So you can figure out what the next move is, and that's the way life is right now. It's very chaotic. It's very difficult for a lot of us. I've had to close my practice too, and they said 2 weeks till April 3rd, but from other states I can tell that it might be a little bit longer. But just know that after this chaotic event, it's gonna go back, and it's gonna go back to balance and softness. So we just gotta stay tranquil and stay focused within ourselves and bring it out to positivity out to everybody. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and start with some movements. And this is some Qigong movements, and they're very simple. So, let's just start by, opening. You stand, shoulder width apart, and you just move your arms back and forth. This really gets heart rate going, and it gets your joints moving. And in Tai Chi, we don't make, we don't have straight lines. Everything's soft and curved. We don't do any jagged edges, just like we shouldn't be doing that when we're working either. You're not uptight. You're not doing 90-degree angles, because then that eventually hurts our body. So we always try to keep everything soft and in a circle, turning the tiger's head. All of those movements are soft. So stand shoulder width apart, just move your arms back and forth. You can do each one of these for a minute. And the reason that I decided to go on YouTube is because it will save the video. So after they review it, they will be able to save it. So you can do every one of these exercises for about a minute. Another one is you start left feet forward, you hands hold it softly, like you're holding a ball of energy, like you're gonna give it to somebody, and then you come back. And remember, your knee should not extend your big toe. So if you want to look down, make sure that you're not hyperextending your knee going too far, because then that hurts your joints. So make sure you stay within. Going forward, you're gonna give the ball to somebody, and you bring it back, forward, back. And all of these movements you can continue doing in your living room, in your house. It really brings you peace, and it gives you, some energy. If you do them in the morning, they give you energy. If you do these movements at night, they help you go to sleep. So now let's go back. Let's bring the ball back of energy towards us. You should be breathing. As you come in, you breathe in. As you go out, you exhale. Remember, in Tai Chi, everything has a reason and a purpose. You want to be like water, flowing like water. If you study water, it flows with everything. It doesn't fight. You come back to the center, and then you go back out, forward, like you're going to give your energy to out, or the ball past it, a few moves forward. You want to do everything you do on the right, you want to do on the left. Okay? So if you want to flow like water and you observe water, it doesn't fight against the rock. It goes around it. It finds a way through things in a soft way. So this is how you want to be. Okay, bring it back. You want to bring it back and softly. You might want to have some soft music in the background playing. It's really motivational that way. So I saw several of you come on, and I'm very happy and very pleased. You always come back to your center. You know, you always come back to your center. So now we're gonna open up our legs just a little bit and do some, like, this is called grinding corn. This is one of my favorites. Just like you're grinding corn, just some movements. This really helps strengthen your legs. You know, right now we need to stay in shape, guys, because if we're not going to be working for a while, we really need to stay in shape. I was thinking about this yesterday, and this is one of the reasons I want to continue with my Tai Chi playing, because uh, work is very physically demanding, and if we're not going to be working for a while, we might get out of shape. So it's important to stay in shape, and this is something very easy that we can do at home. Okay, the next one will be flying. Let's pretend that we're flying over the mountains. You can just rock back and forth, you know, back and forth. Like if you're confined to your house, like some of us, you know, are, we're having to stay home a lot, and you're getting a little bit anxious and feeling distressed about it, you know, just in your mind, that's the beauty of these movements, that you can go anywhere. You can travel outside your home. You can see yourself out, you know, flying over mountains. Use your imagination. Don't get caught up in the negativity, and just, you know, focus on having peace of mind and doing whatever it is that you can. For me, it's scents. You know, scents are very important to me. They trigger a lot of memories. They remind me of my office smelling like lavender and whatever scent that I have. You always want to come back to your center. So now with the opposite foot forward, you fly, fly over the mountains, over the clouds. You know, these are all very gentle, very soft. Your root is very strong. Think of an oak tree. You know, an oak tree has very strong roots, but it's got very soft branches and it can move. And that's the way that we need to be, guys. We need to be very strong in our center and our roots, and we need to be soft, you know, and everything pass. So now this one is passing clouds in front of you, like you're moving the clouds right in front of you. And remember that this too shall pass. All of this chaos is going to pass. Their sun is still shining. The sun still comes up. It's still there. Even though right now things may not be the way we want and it may be cloudy, you know, it will pass. Just watch it pass. That's all we need to do. Observe it. Observe passing in front of you. But let's try not to get caught up too much in it and stay positive and calm and peace. Another thing that I do my best to do is that when the negative thoughts come in, if I have a negative thought, I replace it right away with two positive thoughts. So do your best to practice that, because I'm human. Sometimes I catch myself thinking something negative. So then I just do my best to replace that with two positive thoughts. And eventually the positive thoughts will take over. So anyway, okay, so we've done some warm up qigong exercises, and I'm going to show you a little bit of the form of you know, the form is 108 postures, and obviously I'm not going to do it all. Like I said, in Tai Chi, you move slowly, you do round movements, and I'll just show you some of the postures. You know, first is the greeting. You know, the yang and the yin. So you know, you bow, go up. I just wanted to show you guys a few of the steps. I won't do too many, so I don't want to, bore you. I just wanted to teach you guys some of the steps. And my seafood taught us, that by observation, he wouldn't talk either during the form. Hopefully I can continue this. And now I want to show you how I apply it when I'm working. And I'm trying to figure out where I can stay in the picture. But this is our horse stance, shoulder width apart. This is our horse stance. And from here, we can do petrissage. This is a lot where we do our petrissage. And remember, everything comes from our dantium, from our root, from our legs. So it's very important for you to have strong legs. When we work, we don't just do upper body. We use, like I'm really short and I've had to learn to use my body. I use my body, my whole body as a tool, actually. So this is why I'm so concerned about staying in shape after all of this is over, because we use our bodies. Our bodies have to be strong. It's hard work. I know, guys, it's really hard work. So the horse stance is shoulder width apart, legs facing forward. And so this is one of the moves when you can do, your petrissage. And I'm rocking, back and forth. So we pretend we have somebody here, and this is what we do. This is our horse stance. Our archer stance is one foot is forward, and it could be the right or the left depending on what side of the table you're on. But let's say I have my client here on this side, so my right foot is forward, and then I just do, this is very good for effleurage, for friction, and I'm moving back and forth and I'm breathing. You know, some of the most spiritual and in tune, intense moments that I've had while I was working was when I was really in tune with my breathing, with a person on the table, and with my movements. When I really concentrate, I know a lot of people like to talk and converse, and I encourage people, let's talk for a few minutes, but then maybe catch up the first 10, 15 minutes, and let's just get really quiet, because that's when you really tune in to your own body and the person that you're working on, and you can really apply your movements, and moving, and you never lose touch with a person. I always do my best to stay, stay connected, even if you're moving around, stay connected. That's why I like to use that oil pump, because I don't like to take the time to break contact with a person. So think about all these things, incorporate them into your practice. Remember to flow like water. It's very important for us to be soft and flow like water. Now, water is not always soft, as you well know. You see it in the storms and the waves. It's very, very powerful. But one of the things that, we teach in Tai Chi is that it's important to overcome softness with hardness and vice versa. Hardness with softness, and this is what I do my best to apply in everyday life and everything that I do. And I'm not perfect. Like I said, I am not a Tai Chi master. I am only a Tai Chi player. And I'm really hoping that this will benefit you. And let's help each other out. I'm new at trying to do Instagram and YouTube and figure it all out. But I hope this was helpful for today. And I hope you have and create a wonderful day. Until the next time, create a great day. I don't know how to turn it off.